So the first few episodes of Spice&Wolf are out, and I was a little worried about the adaptation, but hey, it's great. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about something just a little bit more spice. The remake is being done by Studio Passione. Due to their reputation, I've seen several points of people speculating that there would be full nip in the remake after the original adaptation had that full frontal Barbie treatment. But I think you see where this is going. Episode 1 came out, and what we got was... Why did I expect any different? Studio Passione has a reputation of that raunchy fan service, like High School DxD, Setris, the
$20 ass.
1 and 2 with Rail Wars and Mirko, Higurashi to some extent. Then they cemented their rep a little bit more with interspecies reviewers and Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World, needing the hub to be fully viewed.
I'm appalled.
So with interspecies reviewers, there's a whole controversy of it getting removed off of Funimation due to scenes that were added or, spiced up for the anime. So yeah, the idea that they could add a tasteful amount of spice to the wolf was, I think, not the most baseless rumor, right? Honestly, the adaptations look great since the previews, and with that, I'm not surprised, because the second I saw Kevin Pink, and I was like, okay, they've got the atmosphere down, that's a guarantee. Wait, who's directing it? Takeo Takahashi. What else has he directed? Citrus, okay, makes sense. Yasuga Sora, classic. Mao Yu, oh cool, I always did think this was the same subgenre, Spice&Wolf. Wait, the original... Okay. Okay, so a look behind the curtain at this point. In the script, I was going to go and talk about how maybe Studio Passione learned to not overdo the changes with fan service to avoid repercussions like with interspecies reviewers. But the more I looked into it, the more that didn't seem to be the case. I honestly think this was just a passion project through and through. And if you've seen it, I don't think there's much arguing. The art, animation, music, shot choice, voice acting, even the way that the expressions of the characters seem to better match the original voice cast they got to come back and do it. I mean, that makes sense with the way over the past 10 plus years, these characters have been cemented through little OVA-esque things like this weird VR game. I mean, I don't think I can sit here and say in good faith that they wanted to add full frontal nudity, but didn't due to how this was received, especially when this was received well. Like, I'm sure you've at least heard of interspecies reviewers, and I doubt what you've heard was bad. Almost every time I hear someone talking about it, it's positive. As though Takahashi sat down with his team and was like, okay guys, I know we got the rights to this so we could add full frontal nudity, but I think we should just learn our lesson and pull back, okay? Like, no. Look at how as a team, they aren't scared of going against the source. I don't think as a studio or director, they're trying to go for a boring, straightforward, shot-for-shot adaptation. I mean, adaptation is a weird thing because, like, yeah, you can go from the most faithful shot-for-shot adaptation, but if you can't capture the heart of the piece, then no one will pick it up, especially the fans that already love the vibe that it's putting off. And honestly, I think that's just it. You have a team who puts honesty into their work, trying to bring these moods to the shows that they make, and led by a guy who directed the atmosphere of the first adaptation. That is what captured so many of our hearts in the first place. And for whatever reason, also directly changing how he himself adapted it the first time. And in the end, whether or not you agree with the choices, isn't a team trying to live up to the image they have of a work exactly what we should want from an adaptation, right? Have a good night. Drive safe. Hey, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. I realized that this video was kind of just my own thoughts on what I heard from the rumors. By all means, you may not have thought that there was going to be anything in the new Spice&Wolf, but for some reason I was convinced there was. This video was a bit on the shorter side. The next one will probably be a little bit longer. Think about making something on Kaiju 8. I like that show. Well, anyway, hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed making it. Hit all those YouTube buttons and have a good night. Drive safe.